Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Um, it's quite in the morning, so I just want to let you know. Um, it's quite busy in the morning. Pretty soon. Um, sometimes the OPS is kind of an issue. Freezing. I'm just gonna be patient, patient, and patient. So, yeah, I make a game capture with issue. Did I? See. Well, it I. Alright. Fuck me. Just gotta use the chat in there. Minimize that. Sigh. Sickness. Let me keep my game capture off for the sec because this count login showing. Um, it's kind of bad choice the rating the it says login into this count because it could show to everyone on live stream. So I would recommend them not to do that ever again, okay? It's just to violate. Come on, game capture. There we go. It's I don't know, 5:30 a.m. Let's see. Yeah. I had to do the short live stream because I'm about to leave to 7 a.m. Uh, you know, just gotta replacement or something. And so sorry that the game capture is having a hard time. So, sorry about that. So, I'm just wanting to let you know I hate breaker rules on server. I just wanna relax, have fun, each other's. This one is complete to 100%. uh, I had to keep it down, so my stepfather is sleeping, and we're just gonna pick up mom from Travis, different, just different states, because my brain quite useless. Ever love G?
Ready to roll.
Hold on, let me disconnect the mount, the Mac after connecting trailer. Alright, one sec. So sorry. Uh, just whopping around the core. Sometimes they do happen. Uh, you got to get used to it. Hey, awful family. Eh, grab this. Very quantities quite high. Mass resource. Uh, this and that's qualities to meaning. This one is gonna high. After this flitter, we stand by. The game capture is working. Oh, I hope it's not too much lags. Big. I'm good. The Coke is making the worst taste ever. In the fridge, they do. Probably 1 month. You gotta get used to it. Son, I will change the adapt transmission soon. Oh yeah, I will type that. Just a sec. uh, okay. This is tricky shot. Always have to watch the trailer.
Let's do this. Finding a new route. Turn right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I will overload. Cool.
Turn left.
I will enter the highway after a check.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Oh my god.
Turn
This
right.
one. Oh, by the way, we won this for the DLC only at probably 2 or 3 city mostly. Or town, whatever you want. Alright, here we go. One second again. Still working. Processing. Okay, I'm back. Glitching. I need OBS to add the Duet 9 because most the graphics, the my graphics card doesn't have Duet. I love it. It's just only Duet 9. I mostly forgot to add it back. They can't stream even stable. So yeah. It's glitchy a bit. Eh, give me a second. What? Um, processor is to the library. Display for hotkeys when main window is in focus. Whoops, we started now. I'm back. Stupid OBS glitchy. 50.22 frame per second. System 15. Wow. Ouch. I wanted the trackers major players to understand because 7:30 or 8 p.m. turn on the headlights just in case before expect. dark. It's kind of very risky. Most real life the cars that um I don't know, they always turn on 7 or 7:30 p.m. and in the real life. So it would be best idea to have 7:30 or 8 p.m. to tell players to turn on the headlights. High beams is good when you can't see really dark. I would recommend it. The roof headlights. Brighter headlights is legal. Only regular lights can use. Practice lights, car, track, truck, whatever it is. Um, Visit there. You cannot use the brightest headlights in the dark. That will blind people drive. I would recommend it. Stay low lights. High beams could damage people's driveway. I mean, drive the eyes. If you see the car, recommend low light. If it's there no car, no lights, anything, well, advice. If you intention to blind people drive with the high beam lights, you don't stop me. Tickets. Uh, you know, minimum 500,
Keep right and then exit right.
$500 of tickets fine.
Exit right.
If you don't go to the court,
Recomputer.
well, they will have you vehicle away. Set it to $250 to return the car. If you don't have money to return the cars, well, sorry, they will decrease bit by bit the dollars to match us. No, no, no. Just good money. Lowest starts 100. Or it's just stay 250.
Hello, cutie pie.
I am on.
Ah, fuck it. Fuck. It's a straight,
Keep right,
straight,
and then exit
whatever.
right. Exit right. Turn right.
I had to do the short live because it's only right.
Oh, Daddy!
Yeah. So
Oh, Daddy! Daddy!
they did expect that. It's just the sound boy. I will in the street only short time when reach 6 o'clock. That's 6 a.m. So I'm just gonna you know, take a shower at 6 a.m. By in the street. Right? That I have to go around. If you miss the turn, you could just go around it. It's easy. Just go around. Now, slowly.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Yeah,
Get ready to turn right.
it could swing the trailer
Turn
if
right.
you're back. I want to see what happened. This stupid players all over.
Reroute.
Oh, Daddy! Daddy!
Look at this fight, I love it. Oh, love this.
keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Wow.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, ouch. That's a bit hard.
Turn left. Okay, let's find a new route.
Ah, you know what? I'm just change the setting real quick. After I told.
Oh, Daddy!
No more power mode engage.
Daddy!
I'm gonna see the how to react plays with the soundboard. Um, oh, it is. It's. Oh, oh yeah, it just. You know what? I'm gonna drop off the job and take a shower.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh, Daddy!
Chinese? Well, no laws. Too many traffic. Well, it happens. Rush hours all day long. There's nothing I can do. Oh. Where it is. Jesus Christ. Just regular cable. And keep holding gas.
Get ready to turn right.
Daddy!
Turn right.
Okay.
Rerouting.
Yeah. The wheels turning is just tough. Wow. Trailers damage and no cargo damage. Maybe that's us.
Get ready to turn right.
You could drift, but doing a heavy
Turn
trailer,
right.
you could drift. Uh, just like this. Yeah.
Daddy!
Eh. Lol. A live stream. Find the idiot driver. Eh. Alright, I almost there, and I'm gonna take a shower. Only off stream, which means permanent. If you see the hard turn, just wait. Hard turn. That's what'll happen. To minimum damage, you just slow down. It's on the way. It's on the way.
Get ready to turn right.
Customer is bad choice.
Turn right.
Perfect. When you're about get flip over, thanks for that. Hills grass. Here comes my bike. Yes, check this out.
Oh, Daddy!
Okay. No, it's fine. You know why, so how to react. Just trying to maintain. Just you can just look around. My truck is straight line. Just and what about 20? That's a straight line. If you find a straight line, I will recommend it. Keep it steady without even thinking. Ah, at the city. Because I dare you.
Keep right and
Hello to my right side. I'm just going to chill right here in the hot tub. You think I'm hunting? Okay. Halloween is on next month. It's you.